The increasing need for our natural resources and their diminishing has become an important movement in the United States. Today, I would like to discuss to you about how much we are wasting and littering, how much we are recycling, and how this can affect the world around us and the environment we live in. First, I would like to discuss waste and littering. According to Cure Litter, the amount of litter generated in the United States per year is 250 million pounds, and the amount of litter in our oceans is 9 billion tons. So obviously by a lot of this we can see that's a lot of litter a year. So let me break that down for you. That means every person in the U.S. would have to litter 4.4 pounds a day, 29 pounds a week, and 1,600 pounds a year. Some commonly wasted items are aluminum, plastic, paper, and glass, and about 50% of litter is cigarette butts. According to KAB, Keeping America Beautiful, littering has decreased 61% over the past 4 years. The cost of littering to clean it up a year is $3.5 billion a year. So obviously we can see from this that we are starting to do our part, and we have taken some baby steps, but we can obviously do more to help clean up our earth and make it better for the standards of living. So now, how does littering exactly affect me personally? Well, littering can affect us by our oceans, our wildlife, our health, and just our way of living. Alright, so first it can affect our water systems. It can affect our lakes, rivers, oceans, and streams. So, when you think to throw something in the lake or the river, and obviously health is an issue because when you throw that bacteria-infested litter into the stream, it obviously causes our water systems to become more filled with bacteria. So this can cause major health problems, and if the water's not filtered enough, that can cause major health problems as well. So also it affects our wildlife. If you throw something on the ground and it goes down a stream, some animal or wildlife could think it's food like they always do and eat it and die. So obviously decreases our wildlife. Also, if you have too much litter, it can cause hazardous ways of living, such as causing fires. Now let's talk about recycling. According to Russell McLendon, an eco-journalist, only 1/3 of the U.S. waste is recovered and recycled and composted every year. 12% of recycling is used to generate electricity. Only 12%, so it's not very much. Now here are some helpful statistics and facts that I would like to share with you that I hope will help shed some light on the subject about how it helped me realize how more important recycling actually is. So first, the commonly recycled materials are aluminum cans, paper, and glass. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about today is aluminum cans. Okay, so recycling one aluminum can saves enough energy to run a TV for 3 hours, and it's also equivalent to a half a tank of gas. Aluminum cans can also keep being recycled. There is no endless amount that they can be recycled. At one time, aluminum cans actually used to be more valuable than gold. And we use around 80 billion aluminum cans a year for the whole U.S. Now let's talk about something about paper. If we recycled all of our newspapers, that would save 250 million trees. Also, the average American uses seven trees worth of paper a year, which I know is a ton. And the amount of wood and paper recycled each year is enough to heat at least 50 million homes for 20 years. So obviously you can see how helpful that is to recycle. And now the last material I'll talk about is glass. The energy we can save from one glass being recycled can run a 100-watt light bulb for 4 years and a fluorescent light bulb for 20 years. It also causes 20% less pollution and 50% less water pollution than when making a new bottle with new raw materials. So I'd like to say that I personally did not ever think recycling was important. I always knew to recycle ever since I was a kid. My dad's done it, my family's done it. We've always done our part with going to the dump and recycling everything. And I just thought, well, why does it matter? Even though he always told me, it helps the earth and the environment around us. Well, this is why I was so excited to jump into this and see and research it and see some statistics and facts about why recycling is so important and why there's a big hype about it now. So now I see that obviously recycling means a lot more. So in the end, I hope that sharing this with you, you have realized that how important recycling actually can be and how doing your part, although it may seem small, is huge in the long run and how it helps the environment. So the next time you think about littering, don't. Just recycle.